Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Find a woman who loves your unique gifts. Yeah, and let me give a shout out to one of my supporters who inspired this podcast. He didn't request it, but sometimes I get a lot of commenters who just have such a profound quote. I have to do, comment or statement that I have to do a video on it, right? So this shout out goes to Perry Stanislas. And this a brother. This a real Masters of the Universe global brother, right? Powerful brother, right? But this is the quote. He said, "It is crucial to have a woman or partner who loves your unique gifts because no man or very few can rival or test that." Boom. You know what? As y'all know, I talk a lot about women's infidelity and, we know how some women out here, they go from man to man easily, right? And, of course, there's many men who they not trying to be about that life. And like I've always said, most men are not trying to be players. Most men just want a solid woman who got their back, then they can build their empire with, or just chill out with once they get home from a hard day's work, right? And, one of the questions I get a lot is, how can you get that woman not to cheat? And, it's, and I think I've talked about it in a couple videos, but this brother, he brings, that quote just reminded me of a perspective that I need to share. It's something I've known anyway, right? But it gotta be something. That woman gotta want you for something that she's not gonna find in other men or not that many other men. It gotta be something unique. Now, that's the thing. And see, that's the one part of game or relationship skills or yourself that you have to think about. Right? That's why a lot of times people will ask me, "Ron, what would you do in this situation?" They'd be like, "What would you do?" Or, or they'll see somebody, they'll try to copy their style. And I've told people, I've talked about this on my Patreon recently. I give you a general framework. I tell you what's out there, right? And I tell you what is generally going to work. But ultimately, everybody got to develop their own unique thing. Because ultimately, regardless of what you want to do with a woman, that's what's going to make or break it, And that's one thing men need to look for. They need to look for that. They don't need to look for that cookie cutter woman. Like a lot of times, guys, and this is something I talked about on my Patreon as well. We always hear that thing about looks, money, and status, or like looks are subjective and status depends on which subculture you're in, but let's use money as an example. And guys say, well, if you just have money, you'll get women, and they'll argue with you about it. But see, here's the problem: what's unique about money? That don't make you unique. It just means you got money. And this is what I always tell guys: if that woman is going for you for money, all that's going to happen is when the next dude come along who at least shows he has more money, that woman's bouncing. So every single man, what is it about you that is unique that woman's going to have a hard time finding? And not only finding, but falling in love with. See, here's the thing about women. Every single woman got something about them or something in them that only a certain man can unlock that key. And it's not always a physical thing. In fact, when you really think about the physical thing is very generic. The physical thing, we talk about muscles, bodies. Most people, even if they work out or whatever, they're going to look generally the same. It's going to be generic. All right? And even physically, only thing that really makes a man stand out, even handsome wise, is his eyes. And that's a whole other conversation. That's a whole other conversation. But other than that, even a man can even be generically handsome. Right? It's not, seriously. But what is it? The unique thing is what's in your personality. That's the key. That's the key. What is it about you? You know, what is it about you that makes you unique, or rather, the combination of factors. See, too many dudes on some cookie cutter thing. You know, like tattoos, for example. You know, for a long time, if you wanted a tattoo, you had to find some like friendly enough biker or something, some underground thing. Now it's mainstream. Everybody got tattoos, so now nobody stands out because of it. It's almost like you stand out for not having a tattoo now. Or you get people thinking, oh, okay, well, like you gotta wear a certain type of shirt or shoes or Jordans or something. It's like, but that's the thing. If a woman love you just for that generic thing, then like I said, the next guy to come along, boom. But if you have something unique about what you do that everybody else is gonna have, and it could be, that could be anything. That could be anything. But there's also a few things out there, like if you can really sing, that makes you unique from the other guys, at least in her environment, and you can sing well, make her feel good, or make her laugh. A lot of guys can't make a woman laugh. It's like, what is it in your personality? You know, or sometimes it could even be you have great character, right? And all the other guys want some dumb stuff. That's what's going to hook the woman. That is going to be that thing, and you can't fake that thing. That's why I tell a lot of guys, you got to ultimately find your own way. Like, and people in my private say, no, I've said something about this a lot. I always get some guys saying, well, what words can I say? It was like, I'll say it like this. If there was some magic words you could say to turn on a woman, right? Then every single woman would be turned on. And then that particular woman, especially if you like her, if she's turned on by you saying something to her, right, some magic words or something, that means the next man, you lose it automatically. But if you got something unique to you that makes you stand out, at least in that woman's mind, that's all you don't need to be like the life of the party or, the most popular guy, but it just got to be something unique to you that clicks with that woman. Now, I know some guys will say, well, what is it? What is it? No, it is within you. I don't know what it is in you. You the one. What is it you got? What's your special talent? Can you draw? I remember when I was younger and used to draw a lot, and I was driving this one woman crazy because I'd be on the job just on my free time, like on my breaks and stuff, just drawing some things, right? Yeah, Uncle Rom got some artistic skills, but I had to pass them on to my oldest son, all right? Very talented. And actually, that's part of my uniqueness. I got a lot of complex stuff. But whatever the case, everybody got to look at develop that unique skill, gift, talent. Because the right woman, she going to go crazy over it. And I've seen that. You got some women like how a dude can like spit some poetry. And I know a couple poets, they weren't even, they working average job, blue collar cats otherwise. Average job, they didn't have, had a little bit extra weight, but this one cat, he spit that poetry so well, I was like, shoot, I'd be like scared to have my woman around him. Just no joke. I'd be scared to have my woman around him. I was like, nah, hold up. Betterment stuff is like, bam. So, you want to always find that within you. And that's one thing a dating coach can't tell you. Your dating coach can't tell you. Maybe a close relative can tell you if they know you. But find that unique. Find that thing within you that you. Find your superpower. Find what you bring into the table and develop that. And you know what? Straight up, if you're trying to be a womanizer or something, it might not work for you at all. But if you're trying to find that woman that you trying to build with, you ain't trying to play stuff, like a woman who's less likely to cheat on you. I ain't gonna say 100%, but less likely. Right? Find that woman who looks at your gifts and wants those gifts, loves those gifts for you, for those gifts. So that's all I got for today. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.